Good morning, welcome. Yesterday we've done Altcoin Sunday, and on Saturday we've done Major Saturday, which means that there's not been a market review since Friday, actually since Thursday. So I wanted to start the week off with a market review before we are heading towards the live stream tonight. And in this video we'll be discussing Bitcoin, total market cap, altcoin market cap, and some bit about Ethereum and EOS. If I see this on the 2-day chart on Bitcoin, then I'm not that bearish as some are. I'm still seeing this drop down below 6 grand to be a shakeout to the downside, in which I suspect that we're going to continue taking the highs above 10.6, as I suspect that there is a liquidity tap and liquidity pool above it, in which I would not be surprised if you're ready towards 11.7 or maybe even towards 12.5, 13k in the coming period. All is heavily lying to the fact that we should hold this structure in which we continue to make higher lows. Also seeing people who say that this is a bearish structure in which we have to break to the downside. Yes, it's not looking too great, given that we've seen this deviation to the upside, but we have seen it quite many times in the past as well. The all important fact is that we don't lose this structure in which we don't drop below like 8.6. We can have a retrace towards 9k, 9.1, and still don't lose the structure. If we lose 8.6, then definitely I'm going to watch whether we have 7.5k. But at this moment I'm not seeing too many trouble, and that's why I'm suspecting that we're going to continue rallying, especially given that we've tested and tried to drop last night, which didn't succeed really, as we got back up immediately. But the structure we have here is basically what's happening. Green zone didn't trigger, so we might still go there for a retest of support, but we have tested 9.3.5, and 9.3 is pretty much crucial. This was pretty much the wick zone. We have seen that earlier. And I just suspect that we're going to grind to the upside rather than continuing to fall over. So the bullish scenario here for me is that we continue to grind to the upside, in which we get to the point of 10k, 10.5 somewhere during the next month. And during this upwards grind, the altcoins can outperform. If Bitcoin tries to tap the resistance at 10.5, if that happens, then I suspect that this move towards 11.5k will probably be a 1k candle in one go, and then alt BTC pairs will be crushed. So that's something to watch. If Bitcoin gets towards these zones, it should be a good idea to decrease your sizing on altcoins if you are, given that these are usually in pain when Bitcoin makes a substantial move to the up or downside. Right now, the bullish scenario I find more likely than the bearish scenario. And what's the bearish scenario? The bearish scenario is we reject from 10k and start to make lower highs, in which we are like a bouncing ball and go towards this zone over here, which is probably the 200 week MA factor around there, or the 100 week day, 200 day MA, which is around 7, 8, 9, 8k. Rejection at 10k. After that we make a lower high after this one, reject at 9.5, drop to 8.6, reject at 9.3, and then we go towards the next support zones, in which we see 7.6, 7.8 is crucial. When do I get triggered for this? Well, if we reject here, then that would be a sign to at least make a short hedge, or at least watch for the potential short hedge. The main crucial factor is whether we make another lower high here and start to show weakness going into support and make this drop. So in this area, I'm starting to get interested in shorts. If we get back down towards this support level, we're going to test the support many times, and the more often you test a certain level, the weaker it gets. So it's more likely to crash through the support if it gets there several times. It's the same as with the resistance. If we get towards the resistance a few more times, it's likely that we break through it as the sellers are exhausted. So in this range, if we get this structure, I'm going to be interested in at least significantly decreasing my exposure to longs and looking for shorts a little bit more, as then if we drop below 93 and make the bearish rejection, I suspect that there's more retracement coming in for the coming months. However, the bearish view is fueled by people who are saying that the equity markets have to drop soon as well. I'm in that group. However, I'm suspecting that the equity market can continue rallying for a little bit as the summer is here. And the actual economic shock usually takes some time, which I suspect to be in September, October. So when the real next drop starts to occur, I suspect it to be later in this quarter or quarter 4 to be, in which case Bitcoin and crypto can continue rallying for a few months and can actually rally towards like 16 grand and then make a crash to 10k, which is just a healthy correction, but that would be then the crash suiting a potential downwards turn on the equity markets. You should realize equity markets move slower than crypto. So these are my two views right now on Bitcoin, in which I suspect the upwards momentum to be still there. Total market cap, basically this is the bearish view as well. If we drop below green, make a bearish rejection, then we have potential to continue dropping. Still above the 100-day and 200-day MA, flipped it for support and now continuing to grind. Might make a retest of the green zone for support here. If it does, it should hold. If it does hold, we can continue the upwards momentum. 2 days shows that we've just broke through a new level and just are consolidating before the next impulse wave starts. I still believe we have to rally towards 310 billion and maybe even towards 360, but green has to hold, and otherwise the gray zone around 225 billion has to hold. Altcoin market cap looks more brighter than the total market cap, which suits my scenario in which I suspect altcoins to outperform Bitcoin in the coming period, in which the 82 billion is broken, 82 to 84, in which I want to see that hold for support. If it does, I suspect continuation towards 115, and most likely you want to see a higher high. After this one, you want to see a higher high, which confirms that there is a potential uptrend going on. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So preferably you want to see the next rally continue towards 135 and maybe even 150. So at the moment, if we hold 82 to 84, it's still fine. Ethereum, Bitcoin, as discussed, compression going on here. If we get a move on Bitcoin, I suspect that we test the 0.0228 level for support. If we make another higher low, we get some more compression, and then we have a really big move to occur on this one. I still believe we've got accumulation going on, and I want to see a higher high around 0.03 as a confirmation that we are inside an uptrend. Overall, it does not look bad. It actually looks quite good. In which the ETH-USDT pair also shows potential of a slight corrective move. Rejected at 250 as the next resistance level after testing the 215 zone many times. You can see it here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next test is a breakthrough. After the next rally, you see consolidation, in which it would not be unlikely that we get some more corrective moves on Ether, in which 217 to 220 is an interesting zone to long. If we get a bull flag structure in which we don't tap this level, then I'd be watching for around 225 to 230 for a potential level, or the flip of 215. If we make a consolidation move and break through, I suspect that we're rallying towards 330 rather than 290, after which a corrective move seems likely to occur. So thank you for watching for this small video. I'm remaining to be bullish, unless the charts are showing me something different. IEOs are still doing great. Tonight the live stream 8 PM GMT +2. If you have requests, please reply so I can take them. If you like the video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much, and see you tonight.